This only happened twice this week, but it happened twice this week, and it happens probably every week. I'll see a patient and they'll say, "Doc, I don't know what happened, but I hurt myself really badly, or I was playing soccer, or I was running, and I felt a pop or a crack, and immediately, like, it sat me down. It was so much pain. But I know I didn't break it because I'm walking on it." So what do you think it is? What else could it be besides a fracture, besides a broken bone? So let me dispel this thought, and I don't know why this thought even exists, but there's no such thing as I can walk on it so it's not broken. You can walk on broken bones. There's no reason why you couldn't. If you walk on a broken bone, it will hurt. And so if something happens and you hear something in your foot crack or pop or tear, it doesn't mean something didn't crack or pop or tear. It probably did. And just because you're able to hop along or carry on with some weight bearing, that does not mean that there was not damage done. And so you have to use common sense. You have to pay attention to what just happened and kind of analyze it. And just because you're so-called ambulating, right? Even though you're schlepping your own foot while you're walking, you have to lift it with your own hands. That's not called walking. That's called just getting along. And so if you're limping on it, that's not called walking either. So you could injure yourself badly enough to limp and not have a broken bone, but you could certainly have a broken bone. And what comes from that? The worst case scenario is like this week. This guy had twisted his ankle and he broke his fibula. It needs to be fixed. And I need to put a plate on the back of his ankle. But he's walking on it. And so he thought there's no way it was broken. But the question is, like, how much did it move or shift in the 2.5 weeks that he was walking on it thinking it can't be broken? And maybe he wouldn't have needed a plate on it 2 weeks ago if he had just come in right away. So if you hear something pop, crack, or tear, or if you just hurt yourself very badly and you think it's not broken because you're somewhat ambulating on it, that doesn't mean it's not broken or torn. Get in, get an x-ray, and you'll save yourself a lot of headaches.